Hey, so the purpose of making this video was that me and my friend were discussing whether we can hack into Facebook using uh, Cain&Abel or packet sniffers like Wireshark, primarily Wireshark. So we were talking about encryptions and how we can use hashed keys and we can make use of them. I was a bit doubtful, saying that you probably could not hack into Facebook or any other well-known the encrypted keys of the well-known websites. But here I'm just using it to demonstrate how you can still use Wireshark and Cain&Abel in conjunction with each other to view what websites are being visited on your subnet. It can be any device, any host in your subnet. Let's say in simpler terms, that really means I'm using a mobile phone on the same Wi-Fi uh, as another person, and he's using his laptop to perform this ARP attack. So he's going to be the man in the middle. So he's going to use ARP poisoning to fool my mobile into thinking that he's the gateway router, and also fooling the gateway router, making the gateway router think that his device is the mobile. So that means that all of the messages that I send will be sent to that person first, that man in the middle, and then he's going to forward it to the gateway router. Same goes for the incoming messages from the sources, that they're first going to go to the man in the middle and then they're going to reach my phone. So that means that he can view all the messages even though they're encrypted. The, the thing that we're going to do over here, we're not going to focus on the encrypted part of it. That probably I might make a video later, but we're just going to focus on whether or not a person can view what the list of the websites that you're visiting on your phone or not. So for that, we're, like I said, we're using Cain&Abel first. And because I've searched all the hosts on the subnet already, so it has already given me a list, but we're going to do that again. So I've started sniffing packets, and we're just going to scan all the hosts in our subnet, which in my case is my dorm's Wi-Fi. So that would actually give me a list of all the devices that are currently using the Wi-Fi. Again, this video is just for educating people. I'm primarily making this for my friend, and this should never be used against anybody to sift their packets or view their personal or private data. It's unethical and it's a crime. So now we have scanned all the devices that are in our subnet, and here's a list. There, as you can see, there are like hundreds of devices that are using this Wi-Fi. What it potentially means that I can view, if let's say if my next door neighbor is using this device, I can view what websites he is visiting if I'm connected to the same Wi-Fi. In this case, I am. And now I'm going to launch the ARP poisoning attack. Sorry, APR poisoning attack. Wait, no, it's actually ARP. It's wrong over here. Let's just search it up. ARP poisoning. Address resolution protocol poisoning. That is what I used to think. Yeah, it's ARP. So it can enable. It looks as if it's APR. I don't know why it's APR over here. Let's just forget it. And we're gonna, now it asks us to name the victim. In this case, I'm gonna perform this on my own phone, which I own, and for which I already know the IP address of. In this case, it's gonna be 10.00.180, and we're gonna search for that device, and hopefully it will be present. Here it is. And this is, over here we're going to select the gateway router, for which the IP address is always 10.0.0.1, and that's the MAC address of it, but we identify this by the IP address. And now it's idle, and now I'm going to start the ARP poisoning attack. So that has now started. Packets sent, packets received, and half routing. We're just going to give it a green signal when it says full. Hope it does. Now I'm going to just go to my phone and I'm gonna just search random websites. Just making sure if the IP address that I've listed is right. I'm just gonna go full routing. That means it's successful and it's happening. So now my phone is sending all the information to this laptop first, whatever communication it's taking, whatever communication is taking place with the network. First, I'm going to receive all the packets from the gateway and from the phone, and then I'm going to forward it to either of them. So now I'm just going to search for, I'm just going to go to Wireshark and I'm going to start capturing packets also, continue without saving. So Wireshark's going to see what handshakes, whatever, it's going to sniff all the incoming data from my phone and my laptop. So that is happening, and I'm just going to search some random websites. In the meantime, I'm going to go for an IMLab. I'm going to first go for Target. I don't know why it's taking a lot of time. Probably a lot of people using it at 10:40 a.m. on a Friday. Actually, Thursday. But we're still going to go and we're going to go to random websites, more websites. I'm just, in the meantime, you probably can't see it, but I'm using my phone to search up websites so that it, there seems to be a problem. It's taking some time, probably because of the routing. And first it's reaching me and then it's being forwarded. Just gonna wait as much as I can. There's no way in hell I'm making this video again. So it's a bit buggy on my phone. It's because of the time that it takes. So visited Gumtree. Let's visit Wikipedia too. And there's this website that I've highlighted. It's like a non-secured website. I'm going to be logging on the same website from my phone, and I'm just going to enter some random passwords. So that way you can know the risks of entering information on a not secured. That means an HTTP only site, not the secured version with encryption. So I'm just going to log in and I'm just going to write username Dani and password Dani, and I'm just going to press login from my phone. So this is going to take some time. For some reason, this is the first time it's a bit buggy, but sorry, unrecognized. That is fine, that is all we needed. And since Wireshark was sniffing all the packets, we'll stop all the sniffing. We'll just filter all the packets by HTTP. And it's a GET request. We're going to go for a POST request. Is there a POST request? HTTP GET. Quick confirmation. Internet apps.samsung. That means I can view. This was a package that was sniffed from my phone. We're gonna go for a POST request. It should be a POST request. This is it, hopefully. So it should give me See, like I said, the password that I entered on this site was Donnie. So I used this. I entered login information on my own phone, and turns out that I can actually sniff those packets. As you can see, I identified, I don't know where they are now, but yeah, wrong one. So from an HTTP site name and password that I entered, I could see it. And we can also go to Cain&Abel and it says here poisoning, and we can go to ARP, and this gives you all the list of the websites that I was talking about. So I searched for target's here. I searched for whatever google.com, it's here. And IMLab, that's also here. So the ARP poisoning was successful, and I was successfully able to even see the details like passwords or usernames entered on my phone just by connecting to the same Wi-Fi. This video was just made to highlight the consequences of using an HTTP only site, and I hope my friend can also use this for who I'm making this video to learn how to use Cain&Abel. But again, make sure you do not use this information against anybody. It's illegal to view or sniff packets without anybody's consent. Thank you.